Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
So we're back in Russell Square.
Yeah.
Trying to get a reading in between the rainfall.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was super sunny before, and now it's just been raining every day. So whenever it's not raining, we're trying to get one in outside.
All right. It's Canto 3, Chapter 8, Text 27. His manifestation of Brahma from Vishnu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. All right, 27. Parrots. He also he also acknowledged the service of the devotees and vanquished their distress by his beautiful smile. The reflection of his face, decorated with earrings, was so pleasing because it dazzled with the rays from his lips and the beauty of his nose and eyebrows. Purport. Devotional service to the Lord is very much obliging to him. There are many transcendentalists in different fields of spiritual activities, but devotional service to the Lord is unique. Devotees do not ask anything from the Lord in exchange for their service. Even the most undesirable liberation...
No, most desirable.
Oh. Even the most desirable liberation is refused by devotees, although offered by the Lord. Thus, the Lord becomes a kind of debtor to the devotees. He can only try to repay the devotee's service with his ever-enchanting smile. The devotees are ever satisfied by the smiling face of the Lord, and they become enlivened, and by seeing the devotee so enlivened, the Lord himself is further satisfied. So there is continuous transcendental competition between the Lord and his devotees by such reciprocation of service and acknowledgement.
Any thoughts?
Yeah, it's easy to be satisfied with the Lord's smile when it's all hunky-dory and going well. But when it's not, it's can be like, can you do something, please? Stop smiling. Do something. If you're not on such a high level, obviously.
Well, I guess the idea is to try to see the Lord's hand and the Lord's smile behind everything, and try to see him in everything, everywhere, at all times. That's the ultimate goal. It's just, it's not always so easy. And, it's like that proverb, right? The Christian proverb of the footprints in the sand. And we think the Lord's not there, but actually the Lord explains in that proverb that he's actually carrying us, and we think he's not there. So that's it makes a huge difference in our consciousness if we're in the right frame of mind.
Yeah, there was also a quote, I think I put it on Facebook maybe, and it's about how the teacher is always silent during an exam, during a test.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, so he's there, he or she, but silent during the test.
Text 28. O my dear Vidura, the Lord's waist was covered with yellow cloth resembling the saffron dust of the kadamba flower, and it was encircled with a well-decorated belt. His chest was decorated with the Srivatsa marking, and a necklace of unlimited value, of unlimited dogs, unlimited value. Text 29. As a sandalwood tree is decorated with fragrant flowers and branches, the Lord's body was decorated with valuable jewels and pearls. He was the self-situated tree, the Lord of all others in the universe. And as a sandalwood tree is covered with many snakes, so the Lord's body was also covered by the hoods of Ananta. Purport. The word avyaktamulam is significant here. Generally, no one can see the roots of a tree. But as far as the Lord is concerned, he is the root of himself, because there is no other separate cause of his standing but he himself. In the Vedas, it is said that the Lord is Swashraya Shraya. Okay, interesting. He is his own support. Yes, Swashraya, Shraya. He is his own support. And there is no other support for him. Therefore, Avyakta means the Supreme Lord himself and no one else. Yeah, he is the support of himself. He is the shelter of shelter. He is the root of himself, like that. He is the... Yeah, interesting. Swashraya, Ashraya.
Text 13. Like a great mountain, the Lord stands as the abode for all moving and non-moving living entities. He is a friend of the snakes because Lord Ananta is his friend. As a mountain has thousands of golden peaks, so the Lord was seen with the thousands of golden helmeted hoods of Anantanag. And as a mountain is sometimes filled with jewels, so also his transcendental body was fully decorated with valuable jewels. As a mountain is sometimes submerged in the ocean water, so the Lord is sometimes submerged in the water of devastation. Verse 31. Lord Brahma, thus looking upon the Lord in the shape of a mountain, concluded that he was Hari, the personality of Godhead. He saw that the garland of flowers on his chest glorified him with Vedic wisdom and sweet songs and looked very beautiful. He was protected by the Sudarshan wheel for fighting, and even the sun, moon, air, fire, etc. could not have access to him. Text 32. When Lord Brahma, the maker of the universal destination, thus saw the Lord, he simultaneously glanced over creation. Lord Brahma saw the lake in Lord Vishnu's navel, and the lotus flower, as well as the devastating water, the drying air, and the sky. All became visible to him. Text 33. And this is the last verse of the chapter.
Chapter 8.
Yes, Lord Brahma, thus being charged with the mode of passion, became inclined to create, and after seeing the 5 causes of creation indicated by the personality of Godhead, he began to offer his respectful prayers on the path of the creative mentality. Purport. Even if one is in the material mode of passion to create something in the world, he has to take shelter of the Supreme for the necessary energy. That is the path of the successful termination of any attempt. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 3rd canto, 8th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Manifestation of Brahma from Bhagavatam Vishnu.
So we see here at the end that Lord Brahma came down the lotus looking to see where he came from, and he had this amazing darshan of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, which was described so wonderfully, which, to be honest with you, I couldn't remember that, and that's really wonderful to hear it again. And I like this last part especially because it explains how Lord Brahma became inspired by that darshan. He became inspired to create, and in that desire to create, he began to offer prayers to the Lord, and I think it's explained. Prabhupada explains. The verse says respectful prayers on the path of the creative mentality, which means if we have that creative mentality, not just to just create something, but to do anything, to generate or produce anything, to work on a project, to study, to pass a test, it behooves us to be in the right mentality, which Srila Prabhupada says, that is the path of the successful termination, which means the successful completion of any attempt. So that's why often, devotees know before I have a meeting or we start something, we like to chant the Mangala Charanam prayers, because that is a way of us taking shelter of Krishna by offering prayers like that. So anyway, that's a few thoughts. Any thoughts from your side?
Yes, good points.
Yeah, good points.
Yeah, we should remember to take shelter. I guess I keep thinking of not just when it's going well, but especially when it's not.
Okay, that seems to be a theme this afternoon or this
morning. Yes.
With Bhava Bhakti, when things aren't going good, trying to have the right practices.
It's true though.
Shall we start chapter 9?
It might be a bit difficult because I finished this book now.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, looks like this is a short and sweet one. This is the Bhagavatam set that's in small, easily transportable volumes. So
I
you
like
can
the
carry
big
them
ones.
along with you. Yeah, and if you're interested, anyone out there is interested in either a set of the big books, which they're beautiful, especially, or the small set,
Yeah, you can carry it in your handbag.
then you can let us know. I think we still have a few of the small sets left.
Right.
But otherwise, we'd like to encourage everyone out there, please read Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yeah.
Please dive deep into the ocean of Srimad Bhagavatam. See Krishna on every page by the mercy of our founder Acharya's Divine Grace, whose 125th Advent year it is this year.
Yeah.
And so we'd just like to encourage everyone to up their game when it comes to their practice of Krishna consciousness. Go deeper and become inspired. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for
Prataraj
watching.
Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai. Hare well.